Hello and a warm welcome to It's My Life, the program that brings you face to face with country's top politicians. This week we are in the youngest state of the country, Telangana, tracking the firebrand TRS leader, who's not only Chief Minister KCR's daughter, but also is the Lok Sabha MP from Nizamabad. Let's meet Kavitha Rao this time. From an engineer to a social activist and now a wannabe MP. Kavitha Kalvakuntla Rao is the daughter and second child of TRS founder and president K. Shekhar Rao. Born in Karimnagar, Kavitha is a product of Hyderabad Stanley Girls High School, after which she completed her B.Tech before proceeding for her Masters from the University of Southern Mississippi in the United States. Kavitha returned to India in 2004 and took the plunge with the Telangana movement in 2006. Soon she launched Telangana Jagriti, an NGO working for the upliftment of the poor and the underprivileged in Telangana. Ever since Telangana movement was reignited after KCR began his fast unto death in 2009, Kavitha became extremely active along with her brother KTR. It's My Life team caught up with her, touring not only her constituency Nizamabad but Warangal as well, where hectic political activity played out. Busy day at Warangal because of by-elections. Hordes of supporters gather at this humble apartment where Kavitha gets ready to take on the roads.
అదే విధంగా మన పైసలు వచ్చినాయంటే అవి మీ దాకా రావాలి. ఏ ఎండగా పొడుగు పడతారని ఎక్కడుంటే వాళ్ళ మాట మాట్లాడతారు. మాతోని ఇవాళ పార్లమెంట్ లో మేము 12 మంది ఉంటే ఇంకొక 5 మంది చిట్టిపోయి గెలిచిన వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు. 500 రూపాయలు నెలకు జీతం ఇస్తున్నారు. ఈ 500 రూపాయలు
People of Telangana refer to Kavitha as Kavitha Akka, which means sister. She's also called Batkama because she played a major role in popularizing the famous Batkama festival of Telangana, in which the women walk with the basket of flowers and worship nature. Another public meeting to review arrangements, also asking the Janta to repose their faith in the party which gave them their identity. There are villages across Telangana which voted en masse for TRS, and we are at one such village in Warangal. Now, after the separation of the state, biggest task before Kavitha Rao is to sustain that kind of support across the state. Now let's talk about your personal life. You're a married lady with 2 children, a husband. whom you obviously have to take care of. How are you really managing that part of your life?
Why don't they say the same thing to the husband, you know?
Of course, it equally applies to them.
Yeah, they never do that
All
somehow.
the new age women are in that bracket, but how are you really managing? I mean, people would really want to know.
You see, I've lived in US for a while after my elder one was born, and me and my husband are kind of used to being on our own, you know, sharing the housework and being more involved as parents and parenting. You know, we're not like the typical Purane Zamane ke Indian
Right.
ki only women has to work and
Yeah.
men doesn't. So now yesterday I could not attend because I was in the selection campaign. I could not attend my son's annual day. So my husband went
Husband pitched
into,
in.
you know.
Okay.
So these things matter quite a
Yeah.
bit because, you know, child needs that support from
Yeah.
either one of us.
Exactly.
So that is a primary thing. Like my husband is an amazing person. He shares all my responsibilities and he makes sure that, you know, that peace is maintained at home. So then I'm at peace going, and interesting thing is he's equally busy with his business.
Okay.
But then
So he's not interested in politics at all?
not at all, not
Okay.
at all. When we were about to
So
get
politics,
married,
he's left it to you.
he's left it to me. He did not even know the full form of TRS.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
okay. So that is a different story.
So how was he accepted by KCR then? If he didn't know the full form of TRS?
KCR is a smart politician, you know. He doesn't want too much competition, probably.
Oh my God.
But it's interesting, you know, for, as you rightly said, new age women trying to fill in all these roles,
Right.
not at all easy. But managing somehow.
And your kids, they're okay with you going on campaigns and obviously missing from the home for quite some time.
They're not okay with it. I'll have to communicate, tell them properly. So that I've started doing from very young age, you know,
So
with them.
they've kind of got used to it
they've
now.
kind of got used to it. So they're like, they have their own plans. Okay, you're not here for 4 days, so do I go to mom-in-law's place, or
Okay.
you know, which home they select,
Okay.
and then accordingly they have their friends and their calendars and their plans. So now it's good in a way that you know they also plan everything ahead of time. Yeah.
But how about little things like cooking maybe?
Yeah, we used to cook together. Yeah, me and my
Okay.
husband used to cook together in US, and after we came here also.
But not anymore.
Yes, we find time because my elder son also loves cooking.
Okay.
So all of us cook. Like you know,
Okay.
when we get a holiday, it's like cooking time.
Okay.
It's an interesting part. I really enjoy doing that.
So if you enjoy, then if I can ask you, which is the most delicious dish which you really cook?
I am a very thorough non-vegetarian,
Oh my
very
God.
pure non-vegetarian.
Okay.
Okay, so I love chicken and keema. So my husband cooks wonderful keema, and I cook.
And I hope he's not a vegetarian.
He's not at all. He cooks keema.
Said that you're a movie buff. How many times are you really able to make it to the theatre or maybe watch at home?
Yeah.
A regular one?
Weekends तो पक्का देखना ही का ही था.
Okay,
पहले it
cool.
was like that, you know, weekends
So
you
Telugu
have to
movies
go
or
out.
Hindi movies?
Everything and anything, whichever is good, English, Telugu, Hindi.
Okay.
You know, that was the idea. After kids came in, it is more like that Transformers, you know, all those weird movies which you are like, what is happening, man? But you know, otherwise me and my husband are true movie buffs.
Getting an astounding mandate in 2014 election, Kavitha shoulders the bigger responsibility of not allowing the opposition parties to gain a foothold in the newly formed state. With a soft women power, she ensures that she's there for the people all the time. Your speeches are mostly impromptu, or you work out your thoughts on the paper. How do you really?
I work a lot,
Okay,
especially
on the
for the speeches. Now in the parliament I'm much more careful because I'm a first time parliamentarian. I don't know all the rules. So I better get them straight first. And then I work quite hard on my parliament speeches also. All mass speeches also, because they look up to my father first of all. If I falter somewhere, I don't want his image to be, you know, shattered by me. If I can, I'll add a little bit more sheen, but I can't take it away from him. So I'm very careful in the speeches.
So
because
obviously that means extra work for you. By the end of the day, probably you would end up working very late in the night, working on your speeches. Does that happen?
Working on the speeches is what happens quite late in the night. And parliament, though, it's crazy. Like, you know, every speech, maybe because it's my first time, I don't know, or maybe because I just want to be very right.
So what do the kids and the husband have to say when you're working on the speeches?
I put the kids to sleep,
Oh.
Husband, of course, has.
So they don't see the mama mugging up.
No, they don't.
And
Timings I'm very strict. So 8:30 they have to be off to bed.
okay.
So then I start my actual work start.
But you've been a cultural activist as well, and you've worked so much for the culture of Telangana. Were you an activist by heart, or the political scenario at home forced you to be one? Because that time, obviously, Telangana was not a separate state. It was an issue for which your family, your party, they were fighting. So, did it come naturally to you at that time?
No, I never even thought that I'll come into public, frankly,
Oh.
honestly.
So, what did you want to become then?
I'm a software engineer by profession. I was
Okay.
working there. I always wanted to come back to India, set up my own small business, and then, do very well in IT.
My God, so what a tangent. I'm a software professional, now you're a Lok Sabha MP. Okay.
It's an interesting thing
So,
because
what made you make that kind of a transgression?
it was an inspiration actually. Nobody said ki come into politics. Nobody said come into people.
And your father never insisted?
Never.
Not even your brother?
Nobody told me to do.
No,
Nobody.
why I'm asking you is because there's generally a perception that in the political families, obviously, like if you have a father like KCR, that he would want the political legacy to carry on.
Not at all.
So
See, KCR.
he never insisted on that.
No, KCR is a very different person. While growing up, also as kids, he never said, ki do this, become this. He only used to tell us, whatever you do, work hard.
And your mother was also equally okay with you joining politics?
My mother was worried. My mother said, are you sure? What are you doing? Can you go out? Will you have this kind
Typical
of time?
mommy worries.
Mommy worries. And she's seen my father struggle throughout.
Yeah.
So she's like, why do you have to again come into politics and struggle? Why don't you be in your IT and be, at peace and all? I said, I don't know. I really want to participate in the movement. So she said, up to you.
You've been a writer also. I think you write poems as well. So, are you really getting the time to do all that now?
Yes, I
You do write columns and all regularly, on a regular interval. But what about books, poems?
I sketch a little and I write some poems, but it is only
Sketch as in making a sketch of a
pencil
person?
sketch. Pencil sketch. I
I think I should try.
a little bit. I'm not very good. I'm just very amateur.
Okay.
But that kind of gives you a liberation. Otherwise, it's majorly books that I'm into. I have to read at least 2-3 pages before I go to bed.
Okay.
So that is another bad habit that I have, which my husband really gets pissed off with. But I should thank Kindle now. I don't have to put the light on.
Yeah, and then you
I
can
love
just go
Kindle. You can just go on.
They say that people with a romantic bent of thought, they generally tend to sing well. Do you do that?
I sing. I don't know if I sing well. I definitely sing. I sing.
Okay.
This my cultural activity, Batkama, is like mostly songs.
Oh, I was about to come to that. People do call you Batkama as well, no? So, what is the song that goes with Batkama?
There's many
women
songs.
walking with a basket of flowers.
Many songs, and it's very folk lore. So there's no proper.
I'm sure it's in Telugu and I wouldn't understand, but if you can hum it for the audience.
It's basically it goes like this. Like it's very rhythmic.
Yeah.
Like Rama 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 Viyalo, Ramane Sri Rama Viyalo, Rama 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 Viyalo, Ramane Sri Rama Viyalo. Idraka jallenlu uyalo, vakkuriki chiri uyalo. So everything is like uyalo.
So what does it mean?
Uyalo is Jula actually.
Okay.
So that
okay.
or you say Chandamama.
Okay.
But whatever rhymes.
Okay,
These
okay.
are proper folklore.
But you're not interested in Hindi songs?
I love
You
Hindi
like?
songs. I love Hindi. My husband is a Kishore Kumar fan.
Oh, cool.
I like Rafi. So we like it's a mix.
Okay, so let's hear you in Hindi now. What do you have to tell the audience in Hindi?
There's a lot of good shairi in Hindi. People keep telling me. But one thing I really like is उसमें क्या मज़ा है जो कदम उठाए और मंजिल पहुंच गए. मज़ा तो उसमें है जब पैरों में थकान महसूस होती है. तो hard way of achieving things and working.
That's exactly what Kavitha Rao is doing.
Working hard and making sure that the satisfaction in what you do.
But being a woman, taking care of your beauty, taking care of your skin, your hair, I'm sure this is a lovely hair you have. So do you get the time to go to a beauty parlor?
I have a chain of beauty parlors, just for information.
Okay.
Haven't visited them in years.
Oh.
I don't get the time to do all that. But one thing I've found a good solution to all that is, just get up in the morning and run. I run.
Okay.
So I work out. So I guess that kind of takes care of the rest of it. The kind of tan that you get, you just can't go to a parlor and then,
But what about your attire? You generally, I mean, obviously, when for the public meetings and all, you're in a sari. But what is your general preference?
I'm always in a sari. At home, I like jeans and kurti is my favorite. Like at home, I'm jeans and kurti. But you never know who is going to just walk in the door. So try to be in saris most part of the day.
Okay.
I prefer jeans and kurti.
With a perfect team around her, she deftly manages her constituency of Nizamabad. Her priority is to go door to door to all villages. Mana Uru Manai MP, which means our MP, our village. That is one of the outstanding initiatives by Kavitha, where she spends a night with the villagers along with the administrative machinery to understand the problems of that particular village. We are at one such village called Chandra, which is part of the rural Nizamabad constituency. After a hard day's work, time now for some spicy Telangana food, Desi style. You like to eat like this, sitting on the floor amongst the people? Is this your usual thing?
Yes, during this programs, it's a usual thing, and wherever we go for programs, our MLAs, we're all there together, so all of us eat together.
And then you make bland food?
No.
Your husband and your kids like it?
No, they love spicy food. In fact, that's a little bit of a problem, health issues. No? But then you can't do away with certain bad habits. So, spice is one of them. And especially non-vegetarian, if it's not spicy, it's not very tasty.
Yeah.
It has to be very spicy. Bland में अच्छा नहीं लगता. तीखा जितना उतना मजा आता है.
Under the Palli Nidra initiative, Kavitha will halt in the night in the same village and understand people's problems. But this also becomes an opportunity for the village folk to understand Chief Minister's daughter better.
వినాలి మరి ఒక సమస్య చెప్తున్నారు
అనేది ఈ రోజుల్లో మన రాష్ట్రానికి ఎంతో అవసరం.
కృష్ణ గారికి అదే విధంగా నర్సయ్య గారు
అదే ఆంధ్రలో అయితే చాలా చేస్తే
₹1000 మాకు అంత ఆనందంగా ఉంటుంది. తెలంగాణ అందరికీ కూడా మనవి చేస్తాం పనికొచ్చే విధంగా ఎక్కువ
కొంతమందికి ఇల్లు లేనప్పుడు జై తెలంగాణ.
ఇట్స్ మై లైఫ్ కార్యక్రమంలో ఒక చిన్న బ్రేక్ తీసుకుందాం. బ్రేక్ తర్వాత మరెన్నో విశేషాలతో మళ్ళీ కలుద్దాం.
That's taking a break in Telugu. Lots more on the other side. At the Stanley Girls High School in Hyderabad, it's an emotional moment as Kavitha, their alumni, is about to reach to take stock of the development activity of her childhood school.
Hi. How are you?
Kavitha, that man on Batkama, super man, really. And each and every Telangana district, we are very proud to see.
So, do you all know who she is? Who is she?
Daughter Kavitha.
Oh my God! Do you believe that she's here with you having food?
Yes.
What do you have to say? Tell her.
I mean,
You can't believe that she's here, no? Oh my God!
I'm so surprised to see her.
Okay, do you have to tell her something? See, she's sitting with you. Tell her something.
Yes, ma'am. We really love you, ma'am. Really.
Okay, she
I'm so
loves you.
excited by seeing you.
You have to tell her something? No, you don't have to tell her anything. want to say anything to Kavitha? A nostalgic moment for Kavitha when she goes through her old mark sheets and attendance register. She takes It's My Life team as well and relives her memory.
But since we don't have so many people, I think you should just join and try.
Oh, cool.
Yeah? Clap. 1, 2, clap. 1, 2, clap. 2, clap. One more try.
We are at Stanley Girls High School in Hyderabad, where Kavitha spent her childhood moments, and this was the school where she actually studied. I'm also joined by Kavitha's friend Venuta, who was with her in the class. Kavitha, if I could ask you, what were the school moments like for you? When you recall, now that you're a successful politician and when you come back to a school like this, what are the memories which really come to your mind?
It's a wonderful feeling. You know, school was always a pleasure to go to. I mean, we would look forward to go to school, not like, you know, to skip it or do anything. Because it's a huge campus, huge ground, all girls school. So a lot of things to do, fun things, jump around, and it was very good.
We were always, we used to come half hour early to play. We used to go half hour late. It was fun.
School was no pressure at that point of time, you know, like now where you have to really rush the children to go this, do this. I mean, I don't even recollect doing any extracurricular activity other than school, because school had everything: dance, drama, moral science, sports, music, everything. School was a comprehensive thing in itself.
Right.
So there was no
So you never had to go anywhere
not even
for the
tuition.
extracurricular activities?
Until +2.
Yeah.
For MSET we had to study that entrance exam, but otherwise no tuition at all in my life.
But which was the subject which you really dreaded in your life?
I hate math till date.
Oh,
I cannot stand math, and never in my life I ever got 100 on 100. You know, that was the only time I remember in +2 I got a 149 out of 150. So never ever accomplished the goal of getting, you know, 100 on 100 in math.
but you got a red mark also in maths?
I did. I flunked in my first year engineering in math.
Okay.
You know, it was horrible feeling. But engineering, you know, what happens is the credits carry on.
Yeah.
So your ears don't get disturbed, but I flunked in math. I hate math thoroughly.
But Venuta, what any particular moment you remember with her? She was a naughty kid. She was boisterous. How would you remember her really?
We were together playing all the time.
अच्छे बच्चे थे यार.
हाँ, बहुत अच्छे थे यार.
A B C D E F G G में से निकले गांधी जी. गांधी जी ने खाया गन्ना, उसमें से निकला राजेश खन्ना.
Oh my God!
Good na? I can't even sing the whole thing.
But you've never bunked classes? You never got the opportunity
I
to
did.
do. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
In which class?
No, yeah, we did, and then we used to bunk and play there downstairs, you know, and under those steps nobody
So you
could
never got
see
a
us.
bashing from your teacher?
No, we were never caught. Now it's all exposed, the secret, you know, but we were never caught.
Lot many secrets.
It was good, you know, when you actually try and hide and roam around during class time. It's fun.
On the personal front, Kavitha is married to Devanpalli Anil Kumar, who's a businessman but rarely spotted in TRS programs. The couple has 2 kids, Aditya and Arya, both students of Oak Ridge International School. Kavitha goes with her entire family almost every week to her father's farmhouse located across the Karimnagar highway in Iravali village of Medak district. Kavitha does not like her kids and family members to come before the camera, hence all our requests went in vain. But she did take us to her farmhouse.
European cucumber.
This farm is spread in an area of more than 80 acres where they grow vegetables. So Kavitha, now what are your plans? Maybe next 5 years or 10 years? They say 5 years and 10 years is too big a time for a politician. So what are your plans now for the future?
Nothing much, as I've told you, the focus currently is on Telangana issues, but I do like working and understanding most of the foreign policy issues, so I'm working on them.
Okay.
So the idea is to perform better and better in the parliament and also in my constituency.
And no chief ministerial ambition.
I don't know.
Okay, that's a question I think to ask at some other occasion. Okay, thanks so much, Kavitha. It was a pleasure meeting you and having
Thank you
you
so
on
much.
It's My Life.
Thanks for
Okay,
having
wish
me
you
on
all
the
the
show.
best.
Thank you.